uniforms you see are similar to the ones you saw in the swamp. They do have a kind of this armband that has kind of like the Vitruvian Man symbol on it. You know, the man standing there, supposed to be the perfect man idea. It's on their little badge, as well as the number 1.
Well, I probably got a picture of it because I got enough pictures of everything else.
Probably
Not.
but if not, you've seen it when they chased you out of the swamps. It is the same troops.
Yeah.
Finally, a gentleman comes forward. His name says Major Havoc.
Havoc.
Yes. Jumpy kitty. He's like, yes. Calls the,
You don't need to write everything down.
the guy at the gate.
No, you don't.
Well, he might need it to remember. The guy at the
What's his
gate,
name?
I'll quiz him later. Major Havoc. Havoc.
Major Havoc.
Yes, he's like, oh, yes, we've heard from the congressman, and we have your camera over here. Goes over the front of the gate. They already had it set up. They got a call from him. You got to gather together. Says your access into the fort is not permitted, but here's the camera and all the images except for the one that was a national security issue. We wouldn't have used the item that was used if not for the emergency of saving the public, but it's also something we don't need the enemies knowing that exists. But because of that, he pulls out a check that was written, and it says for $10,000, which is what she would have gotten if she sold the picture, which she was already talking about doing. So she will be paid for the picture. She's getting back her camera. An apology written from him. He's the one that picked it up.
Okay. Well, at least Sis got her camera back and the money for what she would have had.
Yes.
But everybody saw that monster out there. I'm probably not.
That wasn't the concern. We didn't make that.
Everybody saw the monster, but what were you trying to hide?
What we had to use to try to stop the monster.
Your weapon.
Funny enough, that's usually what things boil down to when you're talking to military people. We don't sell pillows here, boy.
I know quite a bit of your weaponry, but that one is something I've never seen before.
That's the idea.
But I wasn't the only one who saw it.
The problem is not that how many people see it, but how much people can prove. Luckily, it's copyright free, but yeah.
Okay, Cleo?
Well, it's just... Kitty, 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 kitty. Okay. So he hands you his camera, an apology note and all that, along with a check.
And gives you the wavy hand of doom.
He gets the military version. It's kind of like, what's his name's? Rimmers? But throw a little flourish hand flip at the end. I'm getting in that box. I'm getting all the way in that box. Mom, after I get in, put the lid on.
Just wait till she's done.
Just let her keep going.
Jeez.
She'll be
trying
done
to get
there.
this out of her way.
Well, she's backing that way.
Yeah.
Says our report stated that you'd probably seen the model we were talking about when we encountered you in the parklands over there behind the lab, the industry area.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, well, it's best to keep that unnecessary.
It's none of my business anyway,
That's
so.
true.
Why are you asking questions?
That's not the question I'm asking.
The thing is, she got a fairly decent picture for an amateur, so we couldn't have that out there. But we gave her the money she would have gotten on the civilian market for it.
Oh, sorry.
Just wonder sometimes why a patriotic American wouldn't have come directly to the military with these pictures so that, you know, an amicable way can be dealt with it, but instead they want to go straight to some tabloid.
That's how.
But in a
people
way, it discredits her own work sometimes. But
yeah, that's how people.
that one
make
was a
the
little
world.
too good.
Way too good, huh?
Well, she just had some nice telescopic lenses there.
Yeah, with enough money, you can get just about anything.
Yeah, including our intention to get your stuff back when it's really, you know, a matter of national security. So here you go, and have a nice day.
Okay.
He goes back and just goes off into his Jeep, gets in it, and leaves. People pull the gate. You've pretty much been snubbed as far as at this point. They're done talking with you.
Yeah.
They did what they were told to do because you knew someone,
Yeah.
and they didn't like it. So,
Time for me to find more information off of the robbery over there for the chemicals and what was stolen.
yeah. Well, you could check to see if Lieutenant Nash got some more information about it.
Yeah, I could go over there and talk to him.
Yeah, you made such a good impression with him last time.
Yeah.
Being rude.
I can be very rude.
Yeah, when it doesn't even call for it.
True. She feels better now. She was able to play with her small
Well,
little box.
oh yeah. She got to make a little mess, create her environment a little bit. She got to play with stuff. Everyone else is playing with papers. She got to play with papers, right? Sounds the same. Hi, Weedy.
We have a mascot for the show.
Yep.
Yeah. Keep people talking about. It'd be like Elvira is for those, like, remember there used to be those horror stories that Elvira telling them on the comic books. Also had Crypt Keeper, of course. He was the original. But actually, amongst those things was the Phantom Stranger and Dead Man. They were a lot of times used too. They ended up being full-time characters. So, on with this. He will tell you all they found out so far is that usually that vault had been, you know, left alone. They have some stuff. And I got this to an FBI buddy of mine, so that they transfer from one location to another. That's why there was a guard there. Usually there isn't. He was just working with a couple others that trade off shifts, watching the stuff. And what was in there was some chemicals that actually kind of old. They rank back to World War II. They came from Germany. Other things I noticed kind of odd is I found no way, as far as the fence looked like it was torn down. It's not cut down. Let alone the solid wall they busted through to get into there. And because it is reinforced concrete, there are some areas of wood, but nothing they could have gotten the barrels out of, like around window openings and doors and things like that.
Would anybody like some chips and dip?
No, thank you.
Probably eat some later. Well, what, Guido? I'm not put anything down there to annoy you.
Guido.
She's getting into the box. Put your... Kitty. Okay, on with the story. Okay, you were doing...
You're still doing his.
Yeah.
Chemicals.
Okay, he's got... They were chemicals from...
World War II.
Yeah, from World War II. And actually, they were barrels belonging to some...
Monkeys.
No, in World War II,
Right.
they had this weird group of mad scientists started coming out, making weird things, trying to create doomsday devices, working with the Nazis. And this was one of those things done by some guy
Excuse me.
who, he called himself Psi Prime. He was like the #1 psionic mental powered guy. And he claimed he could read minds and do things like that. Stop bullets in midair. But he also created he was kind of wacky because he said, a bunch of chemicals that he was going to use somehow that was going to dump into the water supplies. And, cause a chemical process that would lead to all the world's water dehydrating. The whole concept doesn't seem to make much sense.
Yeah.
It's like add water to make water, but this will make add water to make it destroyed. But there's a possibility it could have worked. You're just not sure how it could have, but it seems real suicidal too. It was grabbed. It was supposed to have been, like I said, one of those doomsday plans at the end of World War II. That's why they were just moving it around. They hadn't found a way to destroy this stuff. So they kind of like left it in these barrels and been shipping them around. Over water. Well, one of those boats sank.
Would have been
So.
a bad thing.
Yep. That's what now. You find no paperwork that actually contemplates that any of those they worked for what they were using it for. But every chemical is still a series of other chemicals, so they could have been used after for some other purpose.
Okay.
That's what he knows. It's just a weird remnant of World War II, some evil genius.
Mad scientist.
Yeah. And your guns were there.
My guns being there didn't make any sense to me on that.
Well, you're kind of half and half a suspect, too. It does make no sense why your guns would be there. At best, it says that whoever took them knows you, knows you had trackers on your guns because they were in those bags. And was hoping to get you set up here.
Get me blamed on it.
That's at best. The other is you have some crazy plan that if your stolen gun showed up here, it proves you didn't do it or something. I don't know. I don't have any definite line of logic on it yet. That's why you're still walking around free. But at this current time, well, the Navy says we didn't have anything there. We had a guy there as cleanup trying to straighten the place up, but they don't want anything to do with it.
Okay. Basically had a janitor there to clean
That's
up
what they
their
say.
mess.
Oh, the janitor was a soldier. He served 2 terms so far. Didn't seem to get promoted much though, but some people just don't want to.
Yeah.
He was in his later years though, so he may have been working just retirement gigs. So it's not impossible. Just kind of wearing out his time till he hit that 20-year golden point.
Yeah.
But he asked you directly, are you going to go out there and check around again?
It's a good possibility.
Okay. We've marked the area off, and he gives you a temporary badge, like pass that's been, for the case the military asks you why you're there. Because the Navy handed it over, the rights to the investigation to me.
Okay.
So,
Well, we know what the chemicals were for.
that raises a whole nother question. The only reason I've been pulled into this theft that's in my family's territory, and I've tried not to be part of that, is simply the fact that your guns were there. Otherwise, this wouldn't be an issue of mine at all. Now, who wanted the police involved in what wouldn't have been a police situation?
That I don't know.
No, we don't. You see, you go out and gather some information and prove that you're innocent to me before I can prove otherwise.
That's what I've been looking for.
Good job. You have a nice day now.
You too.
He's making friends all the way around, isn't he? Well, he'd already upset him before, but he's not quite as angry as he was before.
I'm trying
So,
to be polite.
He looks like he's getting droopy-eyed.
Oh, me? I am all day long.
He does have tomorrow off.
Oh, he does? Okay. Nothing else, I can always just plug the camera in.
Yep.
Because we have 53 minutes still left to go on the tape.
Cool.
But
Oh. But we would still want to get a little bit more done anyways, because, let's see, we have, you wanted to talk to Karen. That's what I want to deal with. So, now we have Violet. Going to go over to an appointment to talk with Karen about her findings on the animal situation.
yeah, and I canceled Chase's appointment with her.
Okay. Or if he had an appointment, you could set it and you could be there at the same appointment.
Nope, I canceled it.
Okay.
Just don't want to come see
You were just there 2 days ago!
Well, he had nothing new for that anyways.
I just might like to come and see you again.
You were just there 2 days ago!
So, I could come see you again.
An officer comes in the front door too, with a detective. It's not the same one. He's still talking to him. We had a report that stated the large invasion of the crab was related to this lab. Would you have anything on that? Or anyone I should talk to?
I call Karen.
Okay. Well, she says, I thought you had an appointment now.
Well, these 2 officers want to talk to you.
Well, he was before, I thought, when I was talking to her. That's what I was checking on. Okay. But we wanted to at least summarize everything I was planning on yesterday's done. So, you're talking to Karen. Which is not... Actually, that's a little extra. So, she says, send the officers and I'll make their appointment short. sends them in. About 10-15 minutes they leave. And then, you know, it's your turn. So one of the other secretaries coming to fill the front desk for a while as you go back to meet her. So there's a vacancy at the company now. You lost your intern. I was a little shocked to see you on my list, but what did you need to talk about?
Well, you've been wanting me to check in on all these escaped animals.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I discovered one thing about the alligator.
The alligator. Yes.
He has an actual name, an employee number, and a social security number.
Problematic when I hit automatic, it's like problematic when I hit automatic, it's like